self-acknowledgement is important. I have too many things. Hello, and welcome back to my art room. Today we're gonna play with watercolor. This is a traditional pan set. This is a Winsor Newton set that I got on the Zon. This is an empty palette, I'm sure also from the Zon. And this is what you would use if you have watercolor in a tube. You would take your paint, you put it into one of these empty wells, and since I don't have one, I'll just put it over here. You let that bad boy dry, just like a pan paint. You can use it while it's wet, it just acts a little bit differently. These are my new favorite granulated watercolor. It makes fun things happen on your paper. Also behaves like a tube paint. Again, you can use it while it's wet. Just know that your consistency is going to be different than you would expect for a dry pan paint. If you have patience, which I do not, you can let that dry and then use it. These in here were all tube paints. Like this. This is gouache. This is not a watercolor. This is a fun thing to play with. It acts like watercolor. It is water soluble. So you could thin it out. You could layer it like watercolor. You can mix it like watercolor, but it is opaque, which means it's not see-through. So it looks and has the visual and the texture of more of an acrylic paint. So this is a great thing to play with. And I'll put some on my tray over here. That way you can see what that looks like. This one you do use while it's wet. You can reconstitute it, just like your regular watercolor paints. And again, it's similar, but it's different. This right here is completely nonsensical and nobody needs this except for me because this is glitter and shimmer watercolor. So if I'm gonna play with watercolor, I'm gonna show you the glitter one. First thing you need to do with watercolor is spray it. This is a continuous spray nozzle. So you spray your paints. Trying to not spray my paper underneath. That was a bad choice. And then you have to let it sit. Somebody cue the Jeopardy music. Just kidding, I have no one to cue anything for me. While we're waiting for that, we're gonna tape our paper down. And I already got it dirty. See how I am? I cannot be trusted. Have you seen this table? With watercolor paper, there's a good side and a bad side. You want to paint on the texture side. Okay, let's give it a go. Put this over here so I'm not reaching across the camera. I have learned my lesson. Maybe I have learned my lesson. First things first, last things last. I need to get my life together. We're gonna look at the different types of color. So this is your pan color. This needs more water in its life. How can you tell, Cassandra? There is way too much color on the tip of that brush. This is the pan paint. This is the tube watercolor paint. Again, that's a whole lot of paint. If you're using acrylic, this is a good size paint. If you're using watercolor, this is too much paint. I don't know if you could see the texture difference. It just has a weird kind of sticky feel to it. I think that's the best way to describe it, but that's a really pretty paint. This is the gouache. And you could thin it out even more. Again, so it behaves like a watercolor. But it is really, really, really thick. And last, and my absolute favorite, are the granulated tubes. It's really the best thing that's ever happened to paint, I'm pretty sure. Because that's going to take a second to do its magic. There we go. Turn the light off for a minute. So you can see how this is purple and red and blue, and this is some brownish yellow and purple. This has purple and blue, and this one has purple and red in it. And they're just absolutely lovely. The last thing we have here is liquid watercolor. They are on a butcher tray. I know I have a lot going on here. They come in little bottles like this, and you just squeeze them onto the tray. I clearly don't need to do that. Get your brush wet. Pick up some color. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I like liquid because they are easy to work with and they're very vibrant. And last but most important, look at that magic. Amazing. Throw some shimmer on here for good measure. And that's it. We'll see what project we come up with next time.